Soul Alchemy videos. Today we're doing something very different. We're doing a Q&A and we're very casual. It's 2012, it's time to relax. And so we have with us today some friends of ours, which is Vanessa and Wissam, and we'll just be talking about how we feel, what soul life is, and what 2012 means to us. So,
hi everyone, thanks.
This is Jean again, of course.
And today you're in for quite a treat, because today you're not only going to get wisdom from me, but Melchizedek, I will be channeling him as well, so because I know some of the questions will be addressed to him. So you will probably feel that there's a tone difference when I'm speaking from Melchizedek, and possibly some of my expressions of my face may change. So welcome from me. We're, as you can see, totally casual, hair in a ponytail. I do believe that life is also about joy. Thanks a lot.
I have a question. We've heard a lot of things about 2012 and the negative aspects of 2012. We would like to know about the positive aspects that you think 2012 will bring to mankind and to us this year.
2012 is a concept that has been running around for quite a long time. Obviously people are aware of the Mayan calendar, and that time is supposedly coming to closure on the 31st of December 2012. I want to remind you of the fact that the Mayan calendar doesn't stipulate a world ends. It says the world as you know it. And if you're looking at that from a point of reference of my experiences up to date, the way I've encountered the world, so maybe the difficulties, the trials, the obstacles, the high rate of negativity, crime, job loss, poverty, all of those as being your current frame of reference, the world that you understand, then it seems quite exciting to think that the way the world is, the way I see it, is going to change. Because we understand that the magnetic poles are going to be turning on themselves, the Earth's axis, I mean the Earth spinning on its axis is getting slower and slower. And when it reaches zero, you're going to have a magnetic spin, and you're going to find that positive will be negative, etc., which means literally north will be south. So does that mean if you're living in the northern hemisphere on the 1st of January 2013, you're going to suddenly find yourself living in the southern hemisphere? No, it doesn't mean that. It definitely does mean that there is going to be a different response magnetically. Remember, you're made up of carbon and elements that form you as a electromagnetic being. So if the magnetic center of your world, which is Earth, is changing, you indirectly are going to experience a shift. So when we're talking about the fears, the prospect that people have is that, well, I must run up debt, I must whore around, kill a few people, and there's going to be no ramifications because, hello, you know, the world ends on the 31st of December 2012. I have to disappoint you and tell you that you're in for jail and a couple of other things on the 1st of January 2013. But if you're living with a consciousness of, I want more, I want to experience more light, I want to understand more, you're in for a very positive surprise, because the world is going to be coming more to a frame of reference of internal outward rather than outward in, which means that all the jollies you've been getting by the things you've been buying and all your addictions are not going to be as important to you as the sense of knowing, the sense of peace, the sense of vibration that says there is completion within me, and as I am one with that completion and I allow this completion to flow out of me, so I'm going to experience a life that is reminiscent, or can I possibly say indicative of that inward shift. So when I speak to you of 2012, I see it as being an opportunity for you in this year, as we are heading up for the end of the year, to prepare yourself to say goodbye to a lifestyle that no longer serves you, to open yourself to an identity that has more possibility, to allow yourself to see the world as ever-changing, but yet, in the same token, I'm going to say ever-constant. Because the world has, always will continue. Everyone thinks that the ozone and the ice plates and all of this and all of that and everything moving and we're melting and we're all going to be separate and we're all going to be drowning, or we're going to die of heat exposure, or we're going to be frizzled, or all of that stuff is going on. No, no, no. Instead, what you're going to learn is that there is coming a collective consciousness which says that we have the capacity to make of our lives exactly what we want and to bring a new understanding of life into our experiential knowledge. Because everything in your mind is one thing, but when you actually bring something practically and experientially into the world, you are adding value. And I truly believe that these 12 months are going to be the most awesome months of your life if you live consciously. Because you will watch and you will see the shifts. Now, what do I mean by shifts? Shifts are basically changes in thinking, changes in structure, changes in the way we speak, the way we address things. Those are all shifts. And every time a shift occurs, you are given the opportunity to rise above to a higher plane of existence or to hold your status quo. Unfortunately, when energy changes, what happens is that, you know, if you remain on what is called the status quo, you actually go backwards because the vibration shifts forward. You've remained here, you're fallen behind. So you are encouraged in this year to live with an elevated consciousness, to allow yourself to think out of the box. But don't open yourself to fear, because fear will literally cripple your ability to create. And remember, your ability to create is inherent in you as a spirit being. You have that intrinsically in you. You have the capacity to make the life of your destiny.